Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video, we did a stock update on Meta Materials and ticker symbol MMAT with regard to the special dividend for previous holders of Torch. We looked at 4 alternative calculations. One of them was a potential outcome with regard to possible oil co impact on the dividend. So please refer back to the previous video for an update on 4 alternative calculations of the dividend. Before we start today's video, we're going to look at a quick reminder of the $1 million challenge. For anybody who's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to $1 million over a period of 3 years using compound return investing. So the strategy involves trying to get 201 trades with an average return of 3.5% per trade, taking into account losses, and also does not require 201 consecutive trades. So we have a spreadsheet with the low risk stocks in the challenge. We also have a dedicated Discord community well in excess of 300 now working together in the challenge, sharing information, trading tips, technical analysis, research, buy alerts, etc. We also have a dedicated area in the Discord. This includes an agreement section, FAQs, an opportunity to ask questions and chat. The stock spreadsheet is also available there as well. You can share your buys. We have king alerts, queen alerts, and also a leaderboard section with updates. So details in the description below. Join us on this journey of $1,000 to $1 million over 3 years. In today's video, we're going to look at 4 potential stocks to add to your watch list and to look at from Monday, week beginning the 18th of October. So the first stock I think is important to add to your watch list, which I think is an excellent buy price right now. That's ticker symbol MMAT, Meta Materials. You'll see on the screen here. It was down just in excess of 3.4% on the Friday. So we did see a little bit of recovery in the after hours where it closed at $5.07. So I think this is certainly an excellent stock to put on your watch list, and I think it does seem to have strong support just below $5. First stock for your watch list on Monday is ticker symbol AA. This is a stock known as Alcoa. So we're going to start by having a look at the company profile, and we can see on the screen here is that Alcoa is a globally competitive leader in bauxite, aluminium and aluminium products. So aluminium is something that's going through huge growth. Let's have a look at some further details with regard to this stock. So on the screen now, if we continue with the website, so the section I'm going to look at now is the latest news. So we can see on the screen here, there are 3 important headlines. One is on the far right, October the 4th. Then we have October the 14th, and we have another one on October the 13th on the left-hand side. So on October the 4th, on the right-hand side, Alcoa stated that its ambition is to reach net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. So positive headline there, certainly good for the environment. This kind of business is certainly making good plans for the future and the demands of governments across the world in terms of being more environmentally friendly. Second one is more important from an investor point of view, and this is Alcoa Corporation has initiated quarterly cash dividend and new share repurchase program. So the company announced on October the 14th initiation of quarter cash dividend on its common stock and a new $500 million share repurchase. So this is good news also for investors, as the company is issuing dividends, so that's a good sign as well. And October the 14th, again same date on the far left hand side, another positive headline here. And I think this is what it may be impacting the stock price recently as well. So Alcoa sets another record for quarterly net income and earnings per share. So it looks like they've had positive earnings, positive results there from their financial reports shared on October the 14th. Next thing I'd like to share with you on the screen here is the chart for ticker symbol AA, and this is a chart that goes back to just prior to February 2021. We can see around about February 2021 the stock was trading below $20. So since then we can see close of play on the Friday, the stock has closed at $56. On the Friday it was also up in excess of 15%. So the overall trend here is very bullish. Movement is upwards. It's quite strong, it's quite healthy, and the stock certainly seems to be making good momentum. Let's have a look at some of the technicals now. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see some of the important technical information with regard to ticker symbol AA, and I'm going to start with the moving averages at the bottom of the screen here, and I can see first of all every one of them is green. So we've got the 20-day moving average just in excess of 15%, 50-day moving average just in excess of 21%, and the 200-day moving average much stronger at 58%. So the trend is all green. Trend is positive. We can see the volume is very healthy, just in excess of 33%. The average volume is 7%, so the stock is certainly trading higher than average in terms of volume. Shares outstanding 187 million, the share float 184 million, the short float is 5%, and we can also see in terms of institutional ownership, this is 79.5%, so that's exceptionally high. It's also a good sign. It also means that people in institutions do have strong confidence in this. The change on the year is just in terms of in excess of 142% up on the year. The performance in the year is in excess of 335%. So everything is bullish. On the month, it's just up in excess of 13%. On the week, it's up in excess of 21%. So certainly a stock to keep an eye on. The next stock on the list I'd like to add is ticker symbol FCEL, Fuel Cell. This is a stock that has been previously featured on the channel, and on the chart on the screen you now will be able to see the chart going back prior to February 2021. We can see the overall trend since February 2021 is down quite significantly. In around about February, the stock was trading very close to $30. We've seen lots of movement down since then. However, we can see from around about August 2021, it has seen strong support around about the $6 mark. And the reason why I'm quite bullish on this stock now is close of play on the Friday. There was some good signs. There was lots of green candles, volume was up, and the stock was up just in excess of 2% at closing at $7.39. So let's now have a look at some of the technicals. So on the screen here, you'll see some of the important technicals, and I think we're going to start this time with looking at the 200-day moving average. So we know over a longer period of time the stock is not doing well, and we can see this in the 200-day moving average. That's down by 33.27%. So long-term trend is not good. Let's now have a look at what's been happening more recently, which is why I think I'm a bit more bullish on this stock. So the 50-day moving average is just in excess of 15.69%. That's very healthy. And more recently, the 20-day moving average is just in excess of 11%. So that's certainly good. Let's now have a look at the volume. The average volume is 22 million. And what we can now see, the volume on the Friday was more than almost double at 43, just in excess of 43 million. So certainly a lot more trading, a lot more interest going on here. We can also see in terms of shares outstanding, we have just in excess of 337 million. The float is 309 million. Institutional ownership is fairly low in this stock, just in excess of, institutional ownership is fairly healthy, just stand corrected there, just in excess of 38%. So overall, bullish signals in terms of the chart. The technicals are starting to look a little bit better. So potentially we could see a little bit of a breakout in this stock. The next stock I'd like to add for the watch list on Monday is ticker symbol WTRH. This is a new stock to the channel. So we're going to start by having a look at the investor relations page on the screen here. So let's start by having a look at the corporate profile. So on the screen here, we can see this is a relatively new business. This was founded in 2013, located in Louisiana. It's a leader in on-demand food ordering and delivery. So the business has recently acquired food delivery company called Bite Squad. It connects local restaurants to hungry diners in underserved US markets. Together they are a convenient way to discover, order and receive great food from local restaurants and national chains. So certainly online food delivery is a growing area. So certainly the business has likely to make good potential here. So let's have a look at the share price change that we can see here. The close of play on the Friday, it was at $1.42. The change was 39 cents. On a high, it previously achieved $1.56. So it does seem to be trading nearer to its all-time high. The next thing I'd like to share with you on the screen here is some important developments with regard to the stock, and it did spike up in price. So one of the reasons why the stock did go up in price was this headline here on MarketWatch I'd like to share with you, and that is weighted stock rockets on heavy volume with Morgan Stanley disclosing more than a 10% stake. So that's an important bullish signal. The stock did go up. It's a sign of confidence. Morgan Stanley is a huge institutional investor, so a very good sign here for the stock. Let's now have a look at the chart, and we can see prior to February 2021 the stock was trading just in excess of $4. Has come down quite significantly since then. However, I think the key thing I'd like to focus on is the at present market. We can see some very large green candles there. The stock did shoot up quite significantly in the previous week, closing up close to $1.42. Let's now have a look at some of the technicals. So if we have a look at the technicals on the screen, again, if we start with the 200-day moving average, that is down, just in excess of 36% down for a 200-day moving average. So the long-term trend is not good. However, looking at more recently what's happening with the stock, we can see the 50-day moving average is a very healthy 29.79%, and the 20-day moving average is much more bullish at 52.4%. So in the short term and the medium term, certainly the stock does seem to be making a very strong rebound here. In terms of volume, we know the average volume is 7 million. However, close of play on the Friday, what is staggering here is that we had in excess of 92 million volume, so very much higher than the average 7 million volume. The change on the Friday was 37%, so that's a huge gain on the Friday. So the stock is certainly gathering some interest. On the week, the stock was up in excess of 69%, so certainly one that to keep an eye on, and one that's starting to look very interesting. And the final stock to add to your watch list is ticker symbol TNXP. This business is known as TNXP Pharmaceuticals. Let's start by having a quick look at the profile, as we've not featured this previously on the channel. So on the screen here we can see TNXP Pharmaceuticals is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company committed to discovering and developing innovative and proprietary new therapeutics that address the needs of patients. They focus on small molecules and biologics to treat CNS, which is pain, neurology, psychiatry and addiction, and also they involved in immunological conditions such as vaccines, oncology, etc. The mission is to improve the lives of patients by identifying, research and developing therapies which have the potential to address needs not currently fulfilled by existing products. So let's see if there are any news developments with regard to this stock. So if we have a look at the screen here, let's have a look at the far left hand side, top corner. We can see the latest news here, October the 15th, 2021. Which would have broken on the Friday, and that is TNXP Pharmaceuticals announces ribbon cutting ceremony for its infectious disease R&D center in Maryland. So that is a great headline. If we have a look at some of the important things here in terms of recent events, we can also see there's a clinical pipeline, and they have a leading product candidate, TNX102SL, and that's being development for the treatment of fibromyalgia. Excuse my pronunciation there. In terms of other recent events, we have October the 13th here, where the company was involved in a recent conference. And in terms of the management they are saying has a very strong track record. So very good signs here in terms of the company profile and latest news. Let's proceed to now have a look at the chart. So again here we can see, going back to the period of February 2021, the stock was a significant high, close to $2.20. Since then it has come down quite significantly from that high of $2.20. We can see a sharp drop early August, when it came down from around about $1.20 to just below 70 cents. Since then it's come down quite significantly more. We saw a close of play on the Friday just around about 57 cents. So it seems to have strong resistance around about 60 cents. What we have seen now in terms of the news and the information with regard to the stock, there are some good signs. So what I do potentially expect with this stock is a possible breakout above this 60 cents. So certainly seems to be good signs come ahead. And from this chart, what I can also see here is a lot of consolidation, and it seems to have hit the floor at support around about the 50 cent mark. So we could see certainly some breakout from this point going forward. Let's now finish off by having a look at the technicals. So again, we're going to look at the moving averages. The 200-day moving average here is down just in excess of 43%. But what's interesting here is over the 50-day moving average, it's still down, but it's down 11%. And then on the 20-day moving average, it's still down, but it's down 1%. So the trend is getting better. Let's have a look at the volume. So the average volume is around about 12 million, and we saw a close of play on the Friday. The volume was just in excess of 14 million. So the stock was also up just in excess of 3.8%. So it's a good sign. It's good signals here in terms of the short-term moving averages. We can also see here in terms of institutional ownership, it's a healthy 21.6%. The performance on the week was the stock was up in excess of 8%. So certainly one that we can keep an eye on, one that has had some good news and certainly seems to be due a rebound. And finally, if anybody would like to get advance notice of such stocks, please click on the description below to join us in our Discord community and also to join us in the challenge. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.